He fell while walking up the stairs in his own apartment, lost feeling in his legs almost instantly, and within hours was placed on life support, fighting for his life. When Quinton Aaron finally woke up, 4 days later, his family had something to tell him that had nothing to do with his health at all. The wife who'd been by his side for over a year wasn't legally his wife at all. Today, we're telling the full story of Quinton Aaron, from the breakout role that made him a household name in The Blind Side, to the health crisis and shocking marriage revelation that's defined the past several months of his life. In late January of 2026, Quinton Aaron suffered a fall at his home near Atlanta, Georgia, losing function in his legs while walking up a staircase. He was rushed to a local hospital, where doctors determined he had suffered a spinal stroke, along with a severe blood infection. He was placed on life support, spent 4 days in a coma, and needed help breathing for a full month afterward. It was, by any measure, a genuinely life-threatening health crisis for the 41-year-old actor. But as Aaron began to recover, an entirely separate, deeply personal crisis was unfolding around him. While he was hospitalized, his family grew suspicious of his wife, Margarita de Leon, who he had married in December of 2024. According to statements the family gave to Us Weekly, they began investigating what they described as alarming inconsistencies about her background. A lawyer working on the family's behalf uncovered official records showing that Margarita was still legally married to a man named Eric Guzman, whom she had wed decades earlier, back in 1992. Because of that unresolved legal marriage, Margarita had no legal authority to make medical decisions on Quinton's behalf during his hospitalization. A discovery that, according to Aaron himself, directly led to doctors removing her from his medical decision-making entirely. When Aaron woke from his coma, his family broke the news to him directly. Speaking later with ABC News' Steve Osunsami on Good Morning America, Aaron explained that throughout their entire relationship, Margarita had told him she'd already been divorced from her previous husband for more than 10 years. He said she'd even provided documentation, or claimed to, telling people involved in planning their wedding that she could email over her divorce decree upon request. Aaron admitted candidly that he never personally saw that decree himself, calling it, in his own words, his biggest mistake, and adding that if he could do it over again, he would have done far more due diligence before marrying her. For her part, Margarita has maintained that she genuinely wasn't aware her prior divorce hadn't been finalized. Speaking with both TMZ and Us Weekly, she explained that when she learned what Quinton's family had uncovered, she told him directly, addressing him by his nickname, BB, and being upfront that the information the family had found was, in fact, true, though she insisted she hadn't known about it herself. She also described her and Quinton's December 2024 union as a spiritual marriage, while acknowledging the legal complications that had since come to light. Her estranged husband, Eric Guzman, reportedly also believed their own divorce had already been finalized, according to reporting at the time. Since learning the truth, Quinton Aaron has made his feelings on the matter unambiguous. Speaking to Us Weekly during his recovery, he stated plainly that he had no need to ever speak with Margarita again. He explained that although he has some memory of her being present in his hospital room during parts of his recovery, he was intubated and unable to communicate at the time. Aaron has since filed for divorce, a legal step confirmed in February of 2026, working to formally close out a marriage that, due to Margarita's undissolved prior union, may not have been legally valid in the first place. Long before this chapter, Quinton Aaron's path to fame was itself a story of resilience. He was born on the 15th of August, 1984, in the Bronx, New York, to his mother, Laura Aaron, before relocating to Augusta, Georgia, following elementary school. Standing at 6 foot 8 inches tall, Aaron has spoken candidly over the years about the bullying and social difficulties he faced growing up, related to both his height and his weight experiences that would go on to shape both his personal outlook and his future advocacy work. Aaron made his screen debut in a small role in Michel Gondry's 2006 film Be Kind, Rewind, but his true breakthrough came in 2009 when he was cast as Michael Oher in The Blind Side, starring opposite Sandra Bullock and Tim McGraw. The film told the real-life story of Oher, an offensive lineman who overcame an incredibly difficult upbringing to eventually play in the NFL, and it became a massive commercial success, grossing more than $300 million domestically. Sandra Bullock won the Academy Award for Best Actress for her role in the film, and Aaron's performance introduced him to audiences worldwide. Following that breakout role, Aaron built a long, steady career across film and television. He appeared in Law and Order, Special Victims Unit, One Tree Hill, Harry's Law, Drop Dead Diva, and Mercy, working alongside respected performers including Kathy Bates, Jill Scott, and Susan Sarandon in various projects over the years. His film credits expanded to include 1982, Halfway, Mothers and Daughters, Fishbowl, California, and Mummy Dearest, among more than 24 film and television projects across his career. In 2023, he also branched into music, releasing his first single, titled Lead with Love. Motivated directly by his own experiences with bullying as a child, Aaron founded the Quinton Aaron Foundation, an organization dedicated to helping schools build safer learning environments for children. The foundation works through school assemblies, community town halls, and educational programs focused on preventing bullying and promoting mental health awareness. Work that's remained a consistent, meaningful part of his public life alongside his acting career. Aaron has generally kept much of his personal life private. Prior to his marriage to Margarita de Leon, he was known to have dated Playboy model Jenna Bentley beginning in 2012. There is no public record of Aaron having any children. He has been candid at various points in his career about struggles with self-image and emotional health, adding another layer of honesty to a public life that's included both major professional success and deeply personal challenges. Quinton Aaron's net worth has been estimated in various reports, anywhere between $500,000 and roughly $5 million, a wide range that reflects the difficulty of tracking precise earnings for actors working primarily in independent film and supporting television roles following one major breakout hit. What's consistent across virtually every account is that The Blind Side remains, by a wide margin, the most significant financial and professional milestone of his career. As of this recording, Quinton Aaron continues his recovery from the spinal stroke, reportedly regaining motor function, including his ability to write, solve puzzles, and move his legs, according to updates shared with TMZ. His public divorce proceedings from Margarita remain ongoing following his February 2026 filing. Quinton Aaron's story over the past year is a reminder of just how quickly life can bring both a genuine medical crisis and an entirely separate personal one, all at the same time. Through it, he's remained candid and direct with the public, choosing honesty over silence about both his health struggles and the marriage revelation that followed. From a challenging childhood in the Bronx, to a breakout role that introduced him to audiences around the world, to his ongoing advocacy against bullying, Aaron's story continues to be one of resilience in the face of real adversity. If Quinton Aaron's story, his role in The Blind Side, or his recovery journey resonated with you, we'd love to hear about it. Leave a comment below sharing your thoughts or wishing him well in his continued recovery. And if you want more in-depth, respectful coverage of the actors who've shaped Hollywood, don't forget to subscribe to Your Star Facts.